90-day program consists of PHP, our partial hospitalization program, and that would be for 28 days, plus 8 weeks of our intensive outpatient program. So clients would be here living in a sober living residence or at home to do our 28-day program, and they would come 6 days a week for 5 hours a day. After they completed the PHP portion, they would transition into our IOP program where they would be here for 3 days a week for 3 hours per visit. During that time, clients would also be getting a weekly individual session with their therapist, and they can work on a variety of different things. We offer a number of different groups. We have our trauma program, which meets on Monday. Most of our therapists are trauma certified in some way, shape, or form, so we all have the capacity to deal with trauma. We also have our integrated recovery programs, which help deal with other addictions besides substance abuse, such as eating disorders, gambling addictions, and things of that nature, and clients have the opportunity to talk about those addictions there. We run a number of holistic programs here, like yoga, acupuncture. We also do our spiritual day, where clients learn a little bit about spirituality and the principles behind that. So when a client goes to IOP, they have the option of kind of picking and choosing which groups they go to, versus when they're in PHP, where they're kind of just immersed in everything since they're here every single day. The value of coming for 90 days is really that, once the client's here in PHP, that's really just a time to stabilize. Most of the time when they get here, they've been using for so long or drinking for so long that they've done a lot of damage to their brain. And so really in the first 28 days, all they're doing is just learning how to really take care of themselves again, eat proper meals, groom themselves, go to the grocery store, really, really basic daily skills. And so it's not until they get to the IOP level of care that they can actually really work on anything of therapeutic value. And that's why we really like them to do the full 90-day stay and longer if possible.
Yeah, we're in network with almost all of the insurance companies, from Aetna, Cigna, United Healthcare, Value Options, Beacon. Those are some of the majors. Humana, we have facilities in network with Humana. But some of the other ones we've picked up recently because we see more and more people wanting to use insurance. So we're in network with almost all of the big insurance companies that offer policies in the Southeast or are up in the Northeast. And we will run through the verification of benefits and tell the clients, what portion will be paid by the insurance. Typically, there's a portion that needs to be paid by the client, and we'll work with them on that to, make sure they understand that process. But that's real important. We're an in-network facility, and that means we're able to take most insurance.
The strength of our PHP program over a traditional residential program is that the clients that come to our PHP program have access to their phones. And we do that for a real good reason, is that they still have contact with their loved ones and other people who may put stress on them. So in a traditional residential program, after 28 days, all of a sudden they're talking to the wives, the boyfriends, bosses, whoever, and they don't know how to handle that. So while they're in our PHP program, they're continuing to communicate with those folks. And when issues crop up, they sit down with their therapist and we work it out. We may bring those loved ones in and have family sessions, and we can deal with it while they're still in treatment, rather than waiting till they're out on their own and all of a sudden they're flooded with all these emotions and responsibilities that we haven't been able to deal with. We are licensed by the state of Florida, and we are accredited by the Joint Commission of Hospitals and have been since 1980. Now, the Joint Commission is the gold standard for accreditation. It's the same thing that major hospitals have to go through, and we're proud that we've been accredited since the 80s.